those of you who are still confused, remember Obi, meaning King Harhat, temple, essence, soul, center, core, and Obey are connected, so are royal and loyal. Were white people being loyal when they are doing their manifest destiny thing, and they're making sure that those who were doing it more than others had the more healthy genes? No. They cannot expect to be given the top martial arts position. Right? This is something that they're using the law of the land and the culture of the land to pretend to have. And so it is with all the other groups. The Japanese, his argument is to marshal the Japanese, not to marshal the world. It's outside of the realm of his system and his belief system. He isn't this Horus bloodline continuing. The Chinese is in his nature to retreat and not to compete. These guys can't logically say it's one of them. Neither can the Korean or the Filipino or the Brazilian. The African American, by accepting the culture of this world, cannot say it's him either. The only person he could possibly be is someone of Ham, okay, Africa, right, Kush, okay, Mizraim, okay. Ham and Am are connected. So are Haru and Aru. Are you a god, an alpha royal king, okay, god from the assembly? And of these guys, are you a valid one pointed up? Okay, at this point, it's only Horus, king of kings, right? This guy's the king of kings, the god of gods, the assembly of gods, the great assembly. Because they're great because they're pointed up and they're in obedience and not rebellion. Obey, obedience, royal and loyal. So I talked about the heart pumping to the area where the striking is occurring, striking and triking, the royal heart break, which is not needed, only the system and the righteous indignation, focused moral intensity that comes as a result of being in the context of this world is needed. I talked about, okay, so I left off at restoring the divine order, okay, having the heart to see it subconsciously and naturally, knowing that it's your rightful place. It's what you have been bred for. What, for billions of years leading up to your breeding, the universe marshaled, and then man came around on earth, and then slowly but surely you were formed from these lines who were in obedience to morality, not colonialism and these cultures that are allowed, not the cultures that spread out and left Africa. Okay, migration, G, the earth deity, Ra, Shun. Where did you migrate to and why? Show me one culture that has anything near a logical argument as to why they weren't Ra shunning when they migrated. Obviously, Horus, son of Ra, we see it in the Narmer palette. He's a tall guy, and he strikes surgically and effectively. If a smaller guy is going to marry a female, it's going to be in obedience to the divine order. I'm the only one. No one either comes close. There's a huge moral, spiritual, logical, mental gap between me and the next person. None of them have a viable counter-argument as to why they should be considered to be of God or worthy, especially after they did not obey. So again, subconsciously and naturally versus manifest destiny, right? It's garbage. And everyone else outside of the divine order, not just the white people, have some variation of manifest destiny, magic card, pharmakeia, garbage. Pharmakeia, farm and harm. Pharmakeia meaning sorcery. Labyrinth, the lab. Lab is also a deity. Lab backwards is ball, okay, of this world. These people are mixing things like meth and performance-enhancing drugs and give me performance-reducing drugs so they can look good and put on a show like the Greco-Roman tragedies, Hollywood, etc. All right. Now that that's covered, let's overkill this idea. Okay? Overkill. Let's not overlook. Okay? Psalms 5, 4 through, I think we go 4 through 10 here. For you are not a God who is pleased with wickedness. With you, evil people are not welcome. Okay? We have the point of reference of demons being in rebellion. The sons of God saw the daughters of man. Whether you're looking at from the terms of the point of view of flesh, or you're looking at it from their spirit, right? Their souls, their reproductive lines. They went down. Okay, they're in rebellion. They are evil. That's a very solid point of reference of evil. You are not a God who is pleased with wickedness. With you, evil people are not welcome. Remember, don't rebel against the king. I pointed out this scripture before. Don't join the officials in rebellion against the king. It's Proverbs or Psalms. Anyway, Psalms 5:5. The arrogant cannot stand in your presence. You hate all who do wrong. You destroy those who tell lies. You spiritually destroy them. Psalms 5:6. You destroy, okay. The bloodthirsty and deceitful, you, Lord, detest. The deceitful. You're not being honest about this guy being the Son of God. God hates you. How can you expect to be given the torch passed to you when you won't obey this guy? You're lying to yourself, you're lying to the world, you're lying to your family, you're pretending that obeying this guy isn't the righteous thing to do and the right way to serve God. Psalms 5:7, but I, by your great love, can come into your house. In reverence, I bow down towards your holy temple. Okay? 8, lead me, Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me. Your enemies, when your enemies are the Son of God's enemies and you're in obedience, then God is leading you. When you're not, he's not. Okay? It's pretty straightforward here. Psalms 5:9, not a word from their mouth can be trusted. Their heart is full of malice. Their throat is an open grave. With their tongues they tell lies. 10. Declare them guilty, O Lord, O God. Let their intrigues be their downfall. Banish them for their many sins, for they have rebelled against you. Straightforward. Psalms 5:4-10. Read it, write it down, meditate on this. You see there's no other way it can be. Those who did not obey me, those who were not loyal to the true Son of God, cannot be a continuity. All the principles of being a man, of serving God, of being holy, of being righteous, all the martial art principles in their true form end with me. There's only garbage and magic card, Harry Potter, sissy, Cersei, fucking circus, unfocused, scientific bitch shit after I'm gone. Calculated scientific bitch shit on the highest levels of social control and just bitch shit and sheeple garbage other than that. All garbage. The fence is all these people are out. Again, Psalms 5:4-10.